13 surprising reasons people dislike King Charles III. Before Prince Charles became the king, there were several contentions and concerns that he was the king nobody quite wanted, as he was known to be a controversial person. However, he still became the one the Queen handed the keys to the kingdom. Despite being a philanthropist, people still harbor resentment against this new king. Why does the resentment grow amidst the philanthropic nature and love for charity King Charles has? Could they result from the many scandals, issues, and controversies inherited from his mother concerning the royal family? We will find out from this video as we unveil 13 surprising reasons people dislike King Charles III. Number 1. Sacking 100 employees after Queen Elizabeth's death. A report by the UK Guardian said that employees at the King's former official residence, including some who had been working there for decades, were notified that they could lose their jobs following his ascension to the throne. A civil service trade union has criticized the decision to notify King Charles's staff during the mourning period as heartless. While some household changes were expected, as roles across the royal family changed, the speed at which this was announced was extreme. Many of them have put in many good years of service, and they were told, "We don't want you." Many people found it difficult to believe the news, even after being shown it online, because it was hard to believe that King Charles could take such action. Unfortunately, he did. Number 2. His failed marriage with Princess Diana. All over Britain, Charles has always been associated with his failed marriage to the beloved Lady Diana Spencer and his subsequent affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, the supposed love of his life. King Charles and Diana married in 1981 in front of a global audience of some 750 million people on television. At that time, Diana seemed the perfect choice. All initially seemed well, and they gave birth to their 2 sons, William and Harry, born in 1982 and 1984, respectively. Their marriage was going through challenging moments behind the scenes, and Diana blamed Camilla for destroying their marriage in 1992, famously saying in a TV interview that there were 3 of them in the marriage.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Charles claimed that he remained faithful until the marriage became irretrievably broken. The couple finally got divorced in 1996. The death of Diana in a Paris car crash in 1997 caused a lot of outbursts from the press against him and Camilla, and his public popularity was affected. In the decades since, his standing has somewhat improved, but he always remained less popular than his mother. In 2005, he married Camilla, who came into the public spotlight and won greater acceptance and praise for her easygoing style. However, the memories of Diana remain, and her life continues to captivate the public. The world seems to have not forgiven King Charles for the way he treated Diana and his marriage to Camilla, whom Diana always pointed accusing fingers at for breaking her home. Number 3. Use of taxpayer funds. There has been backlash from the public after it was revealed that the project for a framed portrait of the monarch to celebrate King Charles's reign was costing taxpayers $8 million. At such a time, while the country is going through a crisis due to the cost of living, this luxury seemed unnecessary to all. While speaking on Lorraine, ITV host Ranveer slammed the project as she told viewers, "A new $8 million plan to fund portraits of King Charles is causing controversy. It's causing controversy with me, never mind everybody else." £8 million of taxpayers' money on portraits of the king to go up in public buildings was never a good idea, especially at a time when people are undergoing a crisis due to the cost of living. It was insensitive to the extreme for King Charles to have embarked on such a plan according to the people's concerns. Number 4. Monarchy as an institution. In the United Kingdom system, the monarchy is the oldest form of government. Its operational system is one where the sovereign is the head of the state, and they pass legislation. The individual ruler functioning as the head of state has the supreme authority. King Charles III inherited the throne at a time when the monarchy as an institution was still broadly supported in Britain. Concerns were raised as King Charles III continued his reign after the demise of Queen Elizabeth and also continued the monarch style. There were many uproars as it was perceived King Charles was incapable of continuing the monarch system. Conversely, monarchy is outdated and no longer relevant. It's expensive to run and doesn't give room for democracy. King Charles III slimmed the monarchy down to his immediate family, his wife Camilla, and the partners and children of his sons, Prince William and Harry. Number 5. Handling of Prince Andrew's scandal. As the Queen handed over the kingdom to King Charles III, handling Prince Andrew, his brother, was one of the tough burdens the Queen handed over to him. After his bombshell sex scandal in 2019, Prince Andrew was forced to step down as a working member of the royal family. According to sources, Andrew was hopeful that he might have the privilege of returning to his role in the family, especially after he was included in many of the events that were part of his mother's funeral. However, a new report claims that the new king left him in tears. Shortly before the death of their mother, Charles and Andrew met in Embark estate in Scotland to discuss his fate with the family. However, he was left devastated when his brother, the heir to the throne, told him his future with the family would never be as bright as it used to be. Andrew was utterly bereft because he had always believed there was a way back. True Royalty TV co-founder confirmed that even before King Charles ascended the throne, his brother Prince Andrew was not part of the plan for the monarchy. Number 6. Perceived lack of leadership skills. The king has been rumored to be weak, vain, interfering, and ill-equipped for the role of the sovereign. He has been questioned for talking to plants and obsessing over architecture and the environment, and will likely always be associated with his failed first marriage to the late Princess Diana. Charles has always been associated with modernizing monarchy throughout his life, trying to find its place in a fast-changing and more democratic society while maintaining traditions that give the institution its allure. The tension has been played out through the life of his sons. King Charles III is said to have no claims to moral leadership. Number 7. Religious views. Charles had serious problems in Scotland, where he was also king due to religion. The church in Scotland, who are Puritans, has always operated with different church services from those in England, and Charles wanted all subjects to worship in the same way. Charles triggered controversy in 1994 when he said he would be a defender of faith rather than show a desire to reflect Britain's religious diversity. During a BBC interview in 2015, he said that he is more concerned about including other people's faiths and that they have the freedom to worship in the UK, and it's always seemed to him that, while being a defender of the faith, he can also be the protector of other faiths. Number 8. The revelation of the Paradise Papers. When the Paradise Papers were released in 2017 by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, King Charles was among those mentioned who hid their wealth in safe tax havens. He was accused of benefiting from his advocacy against climate change. Media reported that King Charles III had earlier engaged in a conflict of interest, leading to his buying shares worth of $113,500 in Sustainable Forestry Management, a Bermuda-based company. The monarchy's office, however, refused allegations about Charles's secret investment in this offshore company, which allegedly lobbied with global politicians so that the trading of carbon credits from rainforests would be allowed. King Charles III almost tripled its investments during its climate change advocacy on sustainable forestry management in 1 year. Number 9. Attempts to influence the British government. King Charles III was accused of interfering in the affairs of the British government. It has been mentioned that the monarchy in Britain is constitutional and that the royal family is expected not to influence political opinion in the country. In 2015, it came to light that King Charles III personally sought to influence the legislature with senior British politicians on various issues, ranging from purchasing helicopters during the Iraq War to illegally fishing Patagonian toothfish. A total of 27 memos were released, which showed that King Charles III had access to the confidential papers about the British government, which were not seen even by some elective ministers. The letters were called Black Spider memos due to the well-defined handwriting of the new monarch. Number 10. Promotion of pseudoscience. King Charles III's name spread like wildfire for advocating homeopathy, which is known as an alternate form of medicine and pseudoscience. He has also been accused of lobbying for National Health Service (NHS) funding for homeopathy, an initiative that has drawn the ire of modern medical practitioners. During the controversy, Tracy King claimed in a Twitter thread in 2020 that any money spent on alternative medicine is as good as money not spent on actual medicine. She further claimed that the king and the government had tried hard to suppress evidence of his interference in the NHS. According to her, the king is welcome to take his homeopathy and stay away from NHS. He has tried to use his unearned power to subsist life-saving medicine and research in favor of his pet's alternative medicine. That is an extremely serious and essential political perspective regardless of your personal feelings about monarchy, she had alleged. Number 11. Unclear ways of raising funds for charity. In June 2022, the Sunday Times reported that King Charles III once accepted 3 million euros from the Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Hamad bin Jassim bin Jaber Al Thani in the form of donations to his charitable fund between the years of 2011 and 2015. In another instance, the new British monarch reportedly accepted a suitcase full of cash totaling 1 million euros. Later, it was also reported that he had once taken money, about 1.2 million, from two half-brothers of Osama bin Laden, the slain terrorist. Although the payments were legal, the king was criticized for being indifferent to Qatar's grave violation of human rights. His office, Clarence House, defended the monarch, who claimed he did not personally solicit the funds. Number 12. Controversy as a racist. There has been a controversy around King Charles that he is a racist. The likely incident that drew people's attention to it was Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral. King Charles III attended with the masses, where thousands of people lined up to say their final farewells to the Queen in the Palace of Westminster Chapel. It was during this somber occasion that his encounter with a colored man sparked controversy on social media. In the company of his son, William, he approached the attendees. But he made a signal that did not go down well, which led to his being described as a racist. As he was greeting those in attendance, it got to the turn of the black citizen to hold out his hand. King Charles III looked at the man but did not shake his hand. Though the black man insisted on giving him his hand, he didn't oblige. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle admitted in their famous interview with Oprah Winfrey that they had faced racism from a certain royal family member without naming anyone. Sources and media reports suggested that the allegations were pointed towards King Charles. Number 13. Extravagant lifestyle. King Charles III has been overly criticized for his seemingly extravagant spending, counting his 6 homes and multiple luxury cars. Charles III's most notable extravagance is that not only does he travel with his breakfast box, but sometimes when his stay is to be extended, he has his bed, some furniture, and even a painting sent to him, and takes his toilet and Kleenex velvet toilet paper. Unusual quirks have led to claim that King Charles III has OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, something about which Buckingham is unwilling to comment. What do you think about King Charles III? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.